Log on to patreon.com/Dane Calloway or paypal.me/Dane Calloway to support me, my channel, and my content.
Any amount is very much appreciated, and I humbly thank you.
I'm documenting this on July 27th, 2017. And I'm sure you can guess where I'm located now if you watched my previous vlog. But I want to jump into some unfortunate news that I just discovered not too long ago. My website at I'mJustHereToMakeYouThink.com was tampered with. Apparently somebody didn't like an article that I wrote because it has been removed. What article was that? Well, it was an article pertaining to the Aborigines being immigrated with an E to the west coast of Africa, in Sierra Leone and Liberia. That was called the Great Migration. Before it was changed, they didn't like it. I guess because I'm telling too much truth.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, just like I said on my last vlog, I have landed in Jamestown, Virginia. Jamestown, Virginia, very historical landmark here. This is actually pretty big. I hope I could get footage. I got down here pretty late, so I hope I could get footage of a couple of different things that I want to show you. All of the main reason why I want to talk to you guys about this is because of how they twisted up the entire plot when it comes to our history. When it comes to our history, this thing is major when it comes to us as indigenous Aborigines. Okay, what they like to call us are, are Indians, okay? Due to Christopher Columbus mistaking who he saw when he landed in South America with the Iberians with him, okay? I'm trying to guide him into quote unquote the new world. So today what I'm going to show you is a couple of different things because I know you guys are familiar with the work that I have been putting out, telling you guys that yes, they told us the slave story, the slave trade story in reverse, stating that we all came from Africa, and it was 12.5 million Africans that came here. That's not the case here, because according to documents and of course what I'm about to show you now, that's in total in reverse. We're talking about a huge difference between the two here, and here's a little bit of proof, okay, that I'm getting ready to show you. This sign right here, I know a lot of people don't talk about this one per se because it's I don't know why it's not as popular as it should be, because this is telling you who was already here prior to the Africans, or the small amount of Africans, by the way. I do mean small, like 20, okay, at the most 20, because keep in mind, like I said in my video that I'm probably going to link above, the African slave trade, I think I named it The Untold Truth About the African Slave Trade. In that video, I told you how everything went, okay, as far as the two boats that dropped off the quote-unquote African slaves that were already slaves. They were already colonized by the Spaniards, okay? Now, they took them from, I'm talking about the British vessels. Those two British vessels took them, all right? And I'm talking about the White Lion, which landed first, which was the one I showed you back in Point Comfort, Virginia, and the Treasure War landed here. But we're going to get into that, but I'm trying to tell you exactly why, or show you proof rather, that yes, we were already here. They don't need 12.5 million Africans to be here when this land was already established and maintained by our ancestors, okay? The only difference is, yes, like I told you before, the white settlers got good with us, we got good with them, we started trading and stuff backfired. They started establishing different things that we were not accustomed to. Look, the story is forever going, because I'm going to continuously tell you this in each and every video, informative video, by the way, that I put together in order to present it to you, all right, firsthand. I want to read off this right here, this particular, let me put this in front. Hopefully you could read this. If you cannot read this, I'm going to read this out loud and probably put a picture up. And I want you to notice something here. Hold on, wait. Before I read this, I want you to notice something. Notice this. This says, hopefully you can see this. This says the Department of Historic Resources, 2003. Nearby to the east is Jamestown, the original site of the first permanent English colony in North America. On 14 May 1607, which is May 14, 1607, a group of just over 100 men and boys recruited by the Virginia Company of London, came to a shore and established a settlement at Jamestown Island. Look at that closely, Jamestown Island. Remember when I told you, and I'm pretty sure I confused a lot of people. I'm gonna stop right there, I'm gonna continue reading. But I know I confused a lot of people when I told them that North America was once called Turtle Island. Now, keep in mind, I'm going to go into something that you probably never heard before. All of these land masses were once together. The place that they're calling Africa, North America, South America, Central America, Australia, all of Hawaii. This land was called Gondwana. I'm probably going to link it down below so you can see the correct spelling. Do not listen to what Google was trying to tell you, that happened millions of years ago. No, it did not. I have proof. I will be proving that. Let me go back to this right here. They constructed the territory with these Indians now, who with other Virginia Indians, they're calling them Virginia Indians, had frequent contact with the English. Remember when I told you that? As a matter of fact, they're probably going to go into it. In 1619, the first English representative legislative body in North America met there. And the first documented Africans arrived. Who they're talking about? Who was the representative here? John Rolfe. Who's John Rolfe? I told you this in my documentaries. If you don't feel like doing it, look at part 1 and part 2 of the Untold Truth about the African slave trade. The Africans came late. And then it wasn't that many of them. And then when they got here, look at that documentary. They wasn't handing them food, money for them. They were handing them food. They were not in condition to do anything for the white settlers that was out here, nor the Indians. Because keep in mind, we had slaves too. Just like the Africans. The slave trade was big business. You guys got to understand that was huge business. So it's not they were betraying us. No. That was a business. And this is what you guys didn't understand. So let me go here. Look where I'm at now. Straight into the first Africans in Jamestown. Now, keep in mind, look at this. This looks even cleaner, by the way. This looks clean. This looks gorgeous. Why? Department of Historical Resources, 2015. This was changed. So let me go into it. I'm definitely about to go into it and I'm going to tell you why I was changed. I showed you why I was changed because of the information that came out about Point Comfort, Virginia. They know it's a lot of people that know about that prior to them changing that. Who you need to be talking to is the Department of Historic Resources. And guess where they're located? They were located right here in Virginia, controlling all these historical artifacts that you see. They're controlling all of them. And they working hand in hand with the industrialized system that's controlling your historical, quote unquote, world history books and U.S. history books. Let me go back to what I was saying. Before I read this sign right here, let me read you what the original sign was that was sitting right here in 1992 stated. And I'm going to read this from my phone. Give me 1 second. And I'm probably going to, right now, I'm probably going to put a picture up so you can see it right with me. It says the first documented Africans in English America arrived in Jamestown in August 1619. A Dutch man of war captured them from the Spanish, who had enslaved them and sold them to the Virginia colonists. The 20 and odd Africans, they changed that too, some of whom had been given Spanish names, had been treated like servants, and later freed after their periods of servitude expired, from the beginnings of institution, of slavery. Evolved during the 17th century as the Virginia colonists extended the length of service for Africans from a fixed term to life. The United States abolished slavery in 1865. So I'm going to put a picture up right now to show you that the one that I showed you in Point Comfort, Virginia, oh, it looks like it's about to rain now. The one I showed you in Point Comfort, Virginia was also changed, and that was changed from the 1994 version that stated, I'm going to read this while the picture's up. Hopefully I have it on me, but I'm sure I'll put it up right now. The first documented Africans in Virginia arrived in 1619 when a Dutch warship, listen to the words that they're using, guys, read in between the lines, landed here at Point Comfort. The 20 and odd Africans captured from the Spanish were traded, to Virginia colonists in exchange for foodstuffs. Early Africans who lived here included Anthony and Isabel and their son William, likely the first black child in present-day Hampton. Likely, keep that in mind. They served Point Comfort Commander William Tucker, but whether the early Africans were treated as either servants or slaves is uncertain. This was in 1994. The institution of slavery evolved during the 17th century as the term of service for Africans was extended for life. Listen to this. The U.S. abolished slavery in 1863. Now, the other one said 1865. Why are they saying 1863 in 1994? And the other one was what, 1992? What you hiding? Are y'all putting this together? Are y'all putting this together? Now, here's the new sign. I'm going to read this one out loud. This one says, the first document, I'm going to put the picture up. The first documented Africans, this is in 2015. Keep this in mind. 2015, this is a brand new one. First documented Africans in mainland English America arrived at Point Comfort, in present-day Hampton, that was in parentheses, late August 1619. Colonial officials traded food for these, quote, 20 and odd Africans who had been seized from a Portuguese slave ship en route to Spanish America. Listen to this, guys. Some of the Africans were transported to Jamestown shortly thereafter. So if that's the case, then why is everybody stating that the Africans arrived in Jamestown in 1619 first? They're telling you lies all the way around. They don't want you to think. They don't want you to know this stuff. I guess this is not making sense to you guys. I don't know. If it is, thank goodness that you understand where I'm coming from. If not, go back and watch my video concerning the part 1 and part 2 of the African slave trade. Also, I gave you the hint of the reason why they told all of the slave trade to us in reverse. They had to, because it didn't make sense. It didn't make sense the other way around. Why? Because then you were going to know, that it wasn't that many slaves. And then on top of that, that everybody was slaves, even the East Indians. When they came back, they didn't bring back Africans the second time. They brought East Indians. Because where did they go? South America. And a lot of people want me to talk about the Indians that were on South America and still there, South America and Central America, that are of my skin complexion, or either copper color, either way, either light or brown. You're not black. Ain't none of y'all black. This shirt is black. My skin not that same color. They trying to confuse you guys. I'm not here for that. I'm trying to help you think. I'm trying to tell you what they don't want you to know. What they don't want you to think about. This is the reason why I'm here. This is the reason why I'm here. And before I go into a little bit further, what I'm about to show you is another side that I want to show you. But before I do that, you know what I got to do. I'm going to shout out a couple of people. Shout out Corey Russum for your $5 donation. Thank you, Corey, for your $5 donation. I greatly appreciate that. The next person I want to shout out is Nikki Folsey. I hope I pronounced your last name correct, Nikki. I apologize if I butchered it. I did not mean to. And she also left a note. Oh, and she said, thank you. Thank you, Nikki. I really appreciate your donation of $5. All right, the next person I want to shout out is Luther L. Cotton. Okay, Mr. Cotton, I greatly appreciate your $10 donation. Mr. Cotton, that is greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. All right, and the next person I want to shout out is Kakoyan Sawazi. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I apologize if I didn't pronounce it correctly. Kakoyan also left a note and says, the information you share is mind-blowing. Thank you. And thank you. I greatly appreciate you. Kakoyan, I really appreciate that. And I hope I pronounced your name correctly. I apologize if I didn't. The next person I want to shout out is Roy Cumberson for your $2 donation. Thank you for the $2 donation. I greatly appreciate that. Cherry Tillman, thank you. She sent me $3 donation. Thank you for the $3 donation. Miss Cherry Tillman. Jonathan Brown, for your $10 donation. I greatly appreciate that, Mr. Brown. And that's going to wrap it up for the shout outs for today. I humbly appreciate every single one of you guys. Thank you so much. Hopefully, if I grab more footage in the ferry, I'll probably be rolling it right now. Hopefully we could get down there before it's too late and they close up everything, because I heard it's a time period with that. But before I let you go, I definitely wanted to show you something here. Ooh, this one is a little bit dirty. You know why? Because look, Department of Historic Resources 2003. So I'm not going to be doing too much touching on this, because this one is a little bit dirty. But notice, I just want to point something out here. Pocahontas, that's the name of this one. Okay, married John Rolfe in 1614. Okay, he was credited with developing Virginia's first marketable tobacco crop. Now, I go into further detail than that in the video that I was telling you about, Untold Truth, about the African slave trade. Definitely go check out part 1 and part 2. I'll be doing more of these as well. Once again, these are unscripted. These are vlogs, guys. So I really appreciate you checking us out. I'm getting ready to go because we're getting ready to lose light, and I'm going to head down, hopefully, and grab this footage. So thank you once again. I know I said that multiple times, but I'm Dane Calloway, and I'm just here to make you think.